Now at 6 a.m. on WKYT this morning, we have new details coming in about the arrest of two people charged in a Lexington murder as police are still searching for a third suspect.
Investigators identify a woman who was on her way home when she was killed in a southern Kentucky crash.
And some high water levels creating some hazards at an eastern Kentucky lake.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you from the WKYT News team, and welcome in. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We're hearing that there's going to be a little bit more of the same today, similar to yesterday. In Micah's words, pretty much a carbon copy. So
let's check in with him.
Yeah, and it looks that way. Look, we're going to get in toward the afternoon, and we'll start to see a few more storms, a lot of humidity, and a lot of heat, too. Again for today. Let's check out WKYT.com. Remember, you can always get your latest forecasts right there on WKYT.com. And also check hour-by-hour forecasts, your 7-day current temperatures. We got a 24-hour planner. We have everything for you. You see that scrolling there at the bottom of the screen. Remember, once we get past today, look at Thursday and Friday, off towards your weekend. Look at those, yeah, the top right of your screen. Yeah, those look good, don't they? A lot of those icons showing up with a lot of sunshine. You have a lot of sunshine. Humidity will decrease, guys, and so will the thunderstorm chances. We just got to get through today. And maybe even the possibility of an isolated severe weather threat. We'll have that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll keep watching. Look forward to those nice improvements that are coming. In the news this morning, we're learning that new details are out about the arrests of two people charged in a Lexington murder case.
The victim was shot to death last year, and this morning a third suspect is still on the run. WKYT's Mark Barber has been reading over the arrest citations. He's live to explain the new details we've learned.
Good morning, Rebecca. After Darnell Bates was killed back in October, we learned that he had just been promoted to general manager of this car wash here on North Limestone Street. Now, 9 months after his death, we are finally learning more about the morning that he was killed. Police are saying that 3 people broke into his home on Addy Street, and then one of them shot and killed him during a robbery. 3 22-year-olds are now charged with his murder. Charles Patton and Caitlin Conway are already in jail, but police say they are still searching for a third person, DeMarcus Harris. We've learned from court papers that Patton was already in jail on unrelated charges when he was charged with Bates' murder. The 36-year-old's death is not the only violent crime tied to Patton. According to an arrest citation, the 22-year-old also tied up a person in their home on Malibu Drive and robbed them. Officers tell us he went on to break into a home on Lakeshore Drive where he stole several items, including a gun. According to court documents, he sold some of that stolen property at a pawn shop. Now both Patton and Caitlin Conway are expected to answer to their charges of murder and robbery in district court today, this afternoon. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, a woman on her way home to Florida was killed in a Pulaski County crash. The coroner says 69-year-old Janice Patricia was in an SUV that crashed into a truck at highways 80 and 461 east of Somerset. 3 others were hurt, one of them critically. And one driver was seriously injured when a car was T-boned yesterday in Lexington on Georgetown Road near Berea Road. Firefighters say the other driver was not seriously hurt. The road was closed while police reconstructed the crash site.
The time is 6:03 on WKYT this morning. The search is over for a puppy that ran off during the chaos of a crash on Interstate 64. Sabrina Spellman says her dog named Piglet got loose after a church bus rear-ended her SUV in Franklin County on Monday. She and others returned to the area yesterday to look for the dog. She says Piglet was found nearby but has a broken vertebrae.
Well, some community members are trying to bring hope to a Lexington park that's seen quite a bit of violence. A healing and support service was held last night at Douglas Park. Last month, a shooting during a basketball tournament there killed one person and injured 4 others. Lexington police have reached out to churches in the area to organize events like this one.
An alert for any boaters. High water levels are creating some hazards in some eastern Kentucky lake and boating areas. Daniel Boone National Forest officials say Cave Run Lake especially is 8 feet higher than it normally is this time of year. They say floating debris and underwater obstacles are making it tricky for boaters to navigate. But the higher than normal water level is not impacting the campgrounds at Cave Run Lake.
All right, let's see what is happening out on the roads with Officer Don early on this Wednesday morning. Hello, Don.
Hey, good morning. Got some lane closures for you today. Of course, Clays Mill and Stone Road, they're going to still be working there throughout the day, so watch for lane closures as necessary. Got into a little backup there yesterday around noon because of that construction. Also at North Lime and 5th Street, crews continue to work there, so we'll see some slowdowns a little bit during the lunch hour as well there on the north side. As we get a live look outside at Nicholasville and Alumni, things are very quiet there this morning. Same deal inbound Harrodsburg Road. Just checked the crossover a couple of minutes ago, and really it's pretty light traffic for the time being. Our live drivers reporting smooth sailing around the circle on the exit ramps at the moment and on Man o' War. Check that from Versailles Road over to the interstate. No problems to report. I-75 north and southbound looks good. Got a couple live drivers on 64 coming in from Frankfort. They're reporting that we are trouble-free in that area. Of course, we'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. And now back to you.
All right, we know you will. Officer Don and Deanne, by the way, are on 98.1 The Bull. When you get in your car this morning, tune in and enjoy that. All right, another hot and steamy day is on the way. We'll be updating you on your weather forecast for your Wednesday, and more news coming up on WKYT this morning.
New details in a violent robbery at a Lexington business. See who police are now looking for.
And details on the killing of a rare and beloved lion in Africa by an American doctor who could now face criminal charges. Stay with us on WKYT.